John Lahr of The New Yorker got it right. Her informed heart. That is Cate Blanchett. And yes, she is one of the greatest actors who's ever lived. What a privilege and joy it is to introduce to you my friend and colleague and the recipient of the Outstanding Performer of the Year Award, the one and only Cate Blanchett.
Thank you. I won't bang on. You've heard enough and seen enough. But thank you so much, Todd. And it really is lovely to be back in Santa Barbara. You know, which is a place that is it's a community so full of spirit and such a warm, loving, film-loving community. So thank you to the Santa Barbara Film Festival for the third time. Clearly, a lot of people have said no. You go, you got me again. Thank you. You know, for outstanding performance of the year, it's an honour in any year, but this year in particular, when there have been so many outstanding, idiosyncratic performances, memorable performances by women of wildly different shapes and sizes and artistic ambition. It's an honour indeed. So thank you so much. And thank you, Roger. And thank you, Scott, for the conversation. Thank you very much. And for the reminder that I have been in this industry for quite some time, which really is a genuine surprise to me that I've been able to pursue what I love. I mean, in a way, acting is a sort of a physical, visceral form of anthropology. You know, you get to sort of excavate a character, a set of relationships, and the circumstances that they live in. You know, it involves dance and theatre and costume, architecture, and random snatches of conversation, and they're all channeled into one form, and that is a form that I love so much, which is film. And the last 30 years, my passion in the film industry has been the craft of acting. And this passion has led me to seek out roles that can deepen and challenge that craft. And in doing so, you fail, and you fail, and you fail. And sometimes it works. And that is, you know, you can do all the homework in the world, and the film can succeed, but it fails to reach an audience. And so I often think about what we decide is a successful film, what we decide is a successful performance. Is it one that wins awards like this? Or is it one that stands the test of time and people discover in 10 years' time? It's so sort of personal in a way. And so thank you for that painful... It's a very big way to look at yourself. I mean, you don't really ever get... Your phone just doesn't prepare you for that. So just, yeah. But it also, I think the gift, I'm a wonderful audience member, by the way. I love going to the theatre. I love going to live music and to dance and to the cinema, and just to forget who I am and to, with strangers in the dark, imagine somebody else's ambition. And I think often when we think about what people are trying to do there up on the big screen, it's important to remember, what are they trying to do, rather than, do I like it? Do I dislike it? I mean, these things aren't often useful assessments about what is actually people are trying to do up there. Maybe they're trying to do something to shift us into uncomfortable and different places, and that is certainly what Todd Field did for me and for audiences in Tar. And let's be frank, I do like being a little bit terrified, but it's only such roles that ask you to shift and change and that are as startling and game-changing, you know, and they are only as startling and game-changing as the stories they sit within. And they're determined by the dance partners that you are lucky enough to find yourself paired with. And they are also dependent upon the delicate dance that you find and make with a director. And I know how rare those collaborations are firsthand. And so I accept this honour 100,000,000,000,000,000,000% in the name of the most generous, inspiring of collaborators that I have ever had the great good fortune to work with, and that is Todd Field. Because tar consumed me whole and it spat me out, and I'm not quite sure where I am. But it shifted my sense of what is possible. And I think that's the thing about being terrified. I mean, in a safe environment, of course, but being creatively terrified, creatively confronted. You can go one of two ways. You can get defensive, or you can run towards the opportunity that presents you. And I think if you do that, whether it succeeds or whether it fails, you'll be changed by it. So thank you, Todd, for profoundly changing me in ways that I am yet to understand. And thank you to all those who set sail into the uncharted waters on SS Field. To mention a few, I mean, the cast, of course, and Hilda Gunnarsdottir, a wonderful composer, working with her on working out what Tar's composition was so important to understanding who the character was. To Monica Willey, who's one of the world's great editors, to Florian Hofmeister, our DP, to Marco Bittner-Rossner, who extraordinary production designer. We kept losing locations and he was endlessly inventive. To Bini Diagala, the costume designer who I worked with on Manifesto and Mrs. America, she's wonderful. And to the Dresden Philharmonic Orchestra, I cannot believe that I had the opportunity to make music with those, to play Mahler with them. Oh my God. Unbelievable. And thank you to the Santa Barbara Film Festival and to you, audiences, which is why we do this in the first place. Thank you. Thank you.